Look around the room and concentrate on a lamp. You will find your mind goes to something else within 30 seconds. If the lamp could move or talk, it would recapture your attention for another 30 seconds. But without motion, it cannot hold you. Almost all commercials on television and radio are 30 seconds long. 30 seconds may not seem long time, but it's long enough to say what you want to say. In fact, 30 seconds message may even change the direction of your career and your life. I know, you might argue saying, I can't possibly make my point in such a short time. Well, the answer is television and radio do it all the time. They not only grab your attention, but also tell you all about the product and where and when to buy it. Obviously, all your business communication does not have to be 30 seconds long. Building rapport with your listener is important as well. But when the time comes to make your point, make it 30 seconds. It doesn't matter if you have 5 minutes or 5 hours to talk to your listener. The heart of the matter should take place only in 30 seconds. The rest is preparation or follow through. And this book, How to Get Your Point Across in 30 Seconds or Less by Milo Frank, will show you how you can do that effectively. Make sure to watch this video till the end, because I have my 30 seconds message for you at the end. Welcome to the only channel where you get the free PDF summary and worksheet copy of each video we make. If you are not subscribed, then click the link below so you're all set. So now let's learn how you can build your 30 seconds message using 3 critical elements. The 3 K's of communication: catch him, keep him, and convince him. Let's start with catch him. To get your listeners' attention, you need to catch their attention. So use a hook as the first statement in your 30 seconds message. Your hook should relate to your objective, your listener, and your approach. It can be question, anecdote, or statement. It can be dramatic or humorous. Arnold Brent is an executive talking with a group of his senior managers with the objective of good leadership. He knows some of his managers are consciously or unconsciously worried about training people who will someday replace them. But he also knows that every single manager is vitally concerned about getting his or her pension at the appropriate time. Brent's carefully planned approach is developing qualified leaders means security for all of us. Here are 2 sentences. Tell me which one of these should he use as an opening hook. First, we must develop qualified leaders. And second, do you really care who replaces you when you retire? If you picked the second one, you are right. The first sentence is platitude. The hook becomes turn off instead of turn on, and the message is lost. The second gets attention and draws the listener right into the message. Here is how Brent made his hook. Do you really care who replaces you when you retire? I do. Because developing qualified leaders can mean greater security for all of us in terms of our pension and value of our stock after retirement. Brent hook related to his objective, his audience, and his approach. It was short, dramatic, and it worked. So to find your hook for 30-second message, answer the following questions. What's the most unusual part of your subject? What's the most interesting and exciting part of your subject? What's the most dramatic part? And what's the most humorous part? Remember, answer each one of them in just one line. These answers are your candidate for your hook. Now check them against the following questions. Does the hook lead to your objective? Does the hook relate to your listener? Does the hook relate to your approach? Will the hook excite or interest your listener? Can the hook be the first sentence in your 30-second message? Whichever answer gets more yeses, that's your hook. Now let's move on to second K of communication. Keep him. Once you catch listeners' attention, then it's time to keep them listening to you. To keep them listening to you, your subject of 30 seconds message must explain language and prove the point you are there to make with clarity. But now the question is, how to prove your point with simplicity and clarity? Well, the answer is pretty simple. Paint a picture. A major problem of communicating, particularly in business world, is simple understanding what other person is saying. Many people seem to think it's necessary to use big words, technical terms, and complicated sentences to make themselves sound knowledgeable. But in reality, the fastest way to put your listener to sleep is to talk to them in a language he doesn't understand. Let's learn something from Tom, who is an executive from AT&T. He wanted to tell his audience in 30 seconds why he felt AT&T was a better company than its competitors. The main point he was trying to get across was that when you dial 0, you get an AT&T operator. No other telephone company at that time furnished operators for the 0 dial. So his message was, AT&T is a caring company. We want to serve our customers. We love to serve our customers. We furnished operators as a mark of long service for which AT&T is justly proud. Now, not only was the message boring, it wasn't clear and simple. But when he prepared his message with the idea of painting a picture in listener's mind, here is how his message looked like. Not long ago, my young son accidentally started a fire in our garage. I raced to the phone and dialed 0. I got an operator, and within minutes, the fire department was there and everything was under control. When I thought about it later, I realized for the first time how valuable and reassuring it is to know that in an emergency, I can dial 0 and get an operator to help me. We are the only company that provides that service. Helping people, that's what AT&T is all about. Do you think this was more effective? Certainly, because he painted a picture with a personal story, expression, and true feeling. So to keep the audience listening to you, remember to paint a picture with vivid imagery on the subject you are speaking. And here is the third critical K of communication. Convince him. To convince what you want from others is simply asking for it. By the end of each 30 seconds message, you must ask what you want. So you may go and ask, hey, buy this product from me. Hey, will you marry me? Hey, I'm the best candidate for this job position. Sure, you can do that. However, keep this sentence in mind. You won't get what you want if you don't ask for it. But if you don't know how to ask for it, you won't get it either. So, you must know how to convince others by asking the right way. Here are two effective types of close in 30 seconds message. First, demand for action. This works for a specific action within specific time frame. If you ask someone to perform a specific action within specific time frame, you are more likely to get what you want. Let's take this business example. You having an informal meeting with 4 of your peers at the office to discuss ways to cut cost in your department. If you say, gentlemen, we all know we have to cut costs. I've got a couple ideas and you probably do too. Let's think about it. They'll say, sure, great, we'll think about it, and probably nothing will happen. Whereas if you say, gentlemen, we all know we have to cut costs. I'd really appreciate it if each of you would join me in writing down at least 3 ideas for accomplishing that. And we can talk about them when we meet next Tuesday. Here, there are higher chances of getting better results. Notice here, although you have asked in a polite way, you are really forcing them in a definite, specific action within specific time frame. And the second type of close is demand for reaction. The reaction close is the strategy to use when your best chance is to ask indirectly. This is also called soft sell. There are often times when it may be impossible to demand a specific action, or it just may not be good strategy. That's the best moment for a soft sell or the reaction close, which uses the power of suggestion or the power of example to get the desired results. Few weeks back, I went to car dealership looking a car for myself. After taking a test drive, sales executive said, "Man, your personality really goes with that car. In fact, you are very lucky that this car is still available. It came to showroom just last week. May not last long looking at the demand and price of this car." Guess what I did? I bought it right away. Strategy is very important when it comes to choosing your close. Let's recall this sentence again. You won't get what you want if you don't ask for it. But if you don't know how to ask for it, you won't get it either. Now, before I let you go, here is my 30-second message. Would you like it if you lose promotion? I lost my first promotion just for the lack of public speaking and communication skills. But today I'm glad that I took that feedback seriously because it not only helped me in getting promotion, but finding a new job, speaking from stage, and now helping people just like you become great at public speaking and communication. If you don't want to miss out, then subscribe now to our weekly free PDF and worksheet copy to enhance your career and business instantly. I hope this video was helpful. Remember these 3 elements: catch him, keep him, and convince him. This is Nikhil from Success Wheels. Keep speaking, keep expressing. World is your stage.